So here in RandFlux, we're going to be using our previous example of electrolysis, and we're going to do the same steps that we did in our job files of mass transfer, plotting the concentration of lithium and EIS. And we're going to be changing the parameters of the LiPF6, the electrolyte, and we're going to be using a more realistic model instead of a basic model that we previously used. So for the sake of time, I'm going to open an equation text file that I made, and I'm just going to copy and paste the lithium mobility. And over here in the LiPF6 window, I'm going to create a user-defined model for the mobility. There. And I'm just going to paste the equation. And just to note, this section over here is supposed to be the concentration of lithium. And an important thing to note is that this is case sensitive, so you need to type this as perfectly as it is, or based on how you typed it before. So click OK. And next you want to do the PF6 mobility. So next I'm going to open up this one, the PF6 mobility, copy this. And then I'm going to paste it inside the equation window for it. Press OK. And then the next thing I need to do is I need to do for the diffusion model. And this is pretty much the mobility times the thermal voltage, which is in this case going to be 0.026. So I'm going to copy, I'm just going to do PF6 first. I'm going to have this 0.026 be multiplied by mobility. And then the next, I need to copy the mobility of lithium. Create a user-defined model for the diffusion. Now that's all said and done. First, before we actually simulate this, I want to show how it looks. I just want to do a reminder as how the plots look beforehand as the basic model. So we're just going to save this. But when you save this, you also want to rebuild the circuit as well. Otherwise, it won't use like the new parameters that are used for the electrolyte. So for next, we rebuild. Then we run this. Here's the electrode mass. Here's the concentration of the lithium versus position. And here's the EIS. So this is how all of this looks with the basic model. This is the electrode mass, and the concentration of lithium plus, and here's the impedance. Now we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to be using the new user-defined model. Save this so you can rebuild the circuit. And now we're going to run this over again. So here's the electrode mass for the new user-defined model. You can see that there's not much change compared to what was done before with the basic model. And then here's the new user-defined model for the concentration of lithium. And there's a slight change with how the concentration is in the where it starts. And here's the EIS, and you can see that the scale for the user-defined model and for the actual and the generic model is completely different from each other, but they still share the same they still share the same shape.